place I've ever been.
Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading video. Today's one is a recap for May 4th. And we didn't do too amazing today. We just did $79 or 1/4% on our account. There was quite a lot of opportunities, but a lot of them were just, as you can see about with MVIS, just not shortable for interactive brokers or me personally. So it just meant we were kind of stuck to a few players. So our first big one, or our only one we did with shares, was CWH. We entered our short here at around 46.80. Held through this about 60-cent move and started to lock some profits as we fell into the 9 EMA, 20, and then as soon as buying power came in, coming down to this 46.20 area. So you can see those are the exits and entries there. And the reason for the entry being there is, firstly, we were in a bit of divergence, I think, at the time. Not 100% actually. Yeah, so as I entered, we were kind of diverting, which, I mean, it still wasn't the best entry for the divergence play, but that's not why we entered. As you can see, we hit this same area of resistance around the 46.75 area 2 times, and so I thought when we came into this, we were either going to get a triple top or a breakthrough. But again, the problem, or the thing you can have with most breakouts, is a retrace. So as you see here, in this one it actually fell through, but with a lot of them, if you come down to 75 area, it would tap around that area and then continue. So you can see if a lot of buying power comes, a lot of buying power comes into like around the area of 475, you just know to cover your position at, break even or a small loss, because you're most likely going to bounce off that kind of support / resistance and carry on to an uptrend. And then MVIS looked relatively good. It would have been a great play if we could do shares. Had to stick to options, and then I'm not the best at using options on interactive brokers, so I accidentally bought near enough instantly for a loss when I was trying to set my take profit order. So that's why that resulted in the original $13 loss, and then our second one I did correctly. And that made it $17, so we should have actually been up about another $20 on MVIS. But you can see we've got some nice momentum coming in here. As it came into this area, I looked to short. I don't know if we were on a deviation or were we close to it. No, so we weren't on any deviation, so that's not what I was trading. It was, yeah, you can see. So, oh yeah, this was why. So we had a strong divergence. You can see, I mean, we're near the 95s on this push. Pull back, we're now on an 83, even though we've made quite a bit of a higher high. We've pushed up another about 75 cents or so. And then again, we pushed back to the same move. Momentum was even more slow on this push. I was like, cool, this most likely is going to be a pullback area. So shorted here. With shares, it would have been quite nice. I mean, it did about $1 move. You can see we held through all of that. But the problem was more just the options weren't moving as much. I think the delta was only about 40 cents a dollar, so it meant that wasn't moving much. And then I also had that problem with the first entry, which I did wrong. So you can kind of just see we kind of just locked them in here when it was kind of just moving flat. For some reason the option price was going up even though it was staying flat, so I kind of just locked in my profits so we could break even on the trade. And yeah, there's a problem as well with a lot of these penny stocks. Obviously you can't short them all the time, and especially on interactive brokers it's better than things like TOS, but you still do get some problems shorting. And today was just one of those days we had a ton of stocks that were hitting our deviations. Would have been great shorts. 9 out of 10 of them worked well, but they just were not shortable. So kind of just had to be patient today. Tried not to do any impulse trades, which I successfully did, and then so as I couldn't short a little bit, I just moved over to do some swing trades. So if you only want to see the day trading recap, that's it. I'll quickly go over some positions I opened on the swing side, because I actually opened 3 new positions today. So the first one was on Corsair. I can't remember the ticker, CRSR, and I I did cash secure puts. When the stock was around this price here, I think I literally got the bottom of this move. It was around $32 support / resistance is where I bought my cash secure puts. I think I only bought 1 contract because we could see more full see it fall in price a bit more today, or coming into this week, because obviously they had their earnings today. So it's nothing crazy. I think we're up at, you know, a 5% or so on the trade already today. The next one we took was on Apple. Also, that Corsair one will probably hold for maybe a week or two. It's not going to be super long, but yeah, probably around 2 weeks is how long we'll be using it. Next one's on Apple. This one we're probably only going to hold for a day or two. It's only with one contract, relatively small size. And again, the expiry, like I do with most of my options, expire in a year, so I don't have to worry about like time decay, and kind of just allows trades. I don't have to time the market, I can allow time to go my way. So around this area here, I think I did it on the 2750 kind of like support areas we were consolidating here. I sold a cash secure put at $125, I believe, again expiring like January 2022. And again, I'll probably just hold this until we can push up to around 129, 130, and that's probably where I'll just cover the contract. Won't be anything massive, but looks like a high probability trade, especially as we're coming into support on these larger time frames. So you know, I'll probably average in another contract or two if we can break down to the 124 area, as I think that's where a lot of buying power will probably come in, or buying pressure, sorry. And the last one we took was on PLBY PLBY, and this is just one of those stocks. It just keeps going. So you can see right now we're coming into, or we just came into this deviation band on the daily, and we're about to come into the third deviation on the 4 hour, maybe in the next few days. But this stock, all of these pullbacks have been at this green deviation, but because the momentum is so strong upwards, these deviation bands are moving quite regularly and strong. So yeah, this pullback, we were roughly at this green deviation. That's how much it's moved. So I've started shorting as we come into these new deviation bands again, because it's a high probability that we'll get a pullback. So to trade this, I did poor man's covered calls, so I don't have to worry about time decay and all that stuff. And it's a way I can be bearish without strictly just buying a put option, because then I have to worry more about things like current premiums, if there's implied volatility, and theta and all that. If I'm buying and selling an option at the same time, they'll most likely have the same kind of theta and implied volatility, so they'll move together and it won't affect how much I make in profit. So yeah, I think I sold $60 puts, a $60 call, and bought a $70 call. So I'll be waiting for this. If we do come up to this 65, 66 area, I'll probably be selling another doing another two contracts on poor man covered calls, because they have worked quite well. I think we traded both this move and this move, got them both around the tops. I think we traded it around here, and again this one around here, and we made quite good money off those. I think we're up over 1,000 on the swing account on just PLBY alone. So we'll keep doing these moves, and you can actually see as well we're having a divergence on all these moves, so it should probably make them a bit weaker. So that's it for the day trading and swing trading recap. I hope you like it. I hope to see you in the next one, and that's it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you got any questions or just want to leave some support. And that's it. Peace.